5 years ago, we had a dream to build an epic farmhouse in the Philippines, surrounded by trees, wild animals, and nature. Far from the big city, a peaceful and tropical sanctuary into every corner of which we could inject our unique touches of love and creativity. It's been challenging, but we finally come to the end of that long 5-year journey and are elated to share with you what we call the Mabuhay Squad Farmhouse. So some quick stats on the farmhouse before we begin our tour. Our home is a fully digital and smart house built on a property area of over 4,200 square meters of land. Total floor area is about 1,600 square meters with 3 floors, 6 bedrooms if you include the Pinoy chalet at the back, 9 bathrooms, and a staff house. And now, let's head inside. Magandang umaga! Good morning, guys. Come in. Welcome to our place. Yes, feel free to make yourself at home. So guys, welcome to our home. I am so honored to give you guys the full house tour of our Mabuhay Squad farmhouse. For those of you who are new, my name is Mikey Bustos. And yeah, this is a home that we've been working on for quite a while. I'm so excited. Now guys, before we start, there are only 2 rules in this house. 1, no smoking in the house, and 2, no killing of any animals, no matter what. And the reason for that, guys, is because I've made a promise to the duende of the area. And I'll explain more about that later, so stay tuned. All right, let's start. All right, so if you look around the house, the theme we were going for interior design was modern Asian luxe. So you'll see elements of those 3 aspects with interior design. Now, speaking of interior design, we collaborated with the very talented Kathy C. King to help us curate all the pieces that we chose. So let's start here. This art piece, an installment, is by Filipino artist Mark Recalda, and it's called Anahaw. And it's basically a modern Filipino fossil of our official national leaf called the Anahaw leaf. We love that. Now, the furniture pieces we chose for the entire living room, the sala, as we Filipinos call it, are by Filipino designers. So here in the Philippines, we are home to some of the world's top Filipino designers, including the very famous Kenneth Cobonpue. This here is called the Yoda chair, and it's made of bamboo. And look at it. It's so cute and comfortable, and it can hold a lot of weight. I love this chair. And then moving along here, we have my favorite coffee table. It's the Hanako coffee table by Vito Selma. Really love this. It looks like a giant durian or jackfruit. It's a pili nut lamp. So if you come close, you'll see that these are actually made from casted off pili nut shells. And they've made it look like a giant fruit. Really love it. It's by Milo Naval, by Om Furniture. See this here? We've got bull horns. All of you Italians know that this is to protect us from malocchio. This here is probably the top Instagram place of our entire home. It's the Gregoria chair by Itokish, also Filipino designer. And it's so Game of Thrones. I really, really love it. See? It's one of my favorite parts of the living room. This area is where we usually sneak in from the parking area and we unload our shoes here. It's just a nice area to give yourself a quick look with this floor-to-ceiling mirror before heading out to the car. And here's another Yoda chair. This one's an orange one to hang out. Yes. Here's one thing I really wanted to show you. So here in the Philippines, we have some amazing woodworkers and wood artists and craftsmen. So the columns that you see in the house are all made of real wood, hand carved. And these ones were carved and crafted in a town called Paete, Laguna. Now this town specializes in woodworks and wood carvings, and they were really affected by the pandemic. We visited them a couple years ago, and we saw how the artists were just recovering from pandemic. They went from a thriving wood industry to like nothing during pandemic. So we wanted to support them. So all of these were handcrafted, and look at like the details are just, I love the details. It's the beauties in the imperfections, I find, like see, all handmade. All right, now moving on to one of my favorite parts of the home, and a lot of our guests love this, is our aviary. This here is our 3-story aviary. It's a smart aviary, and I'll show you inside. And you can see into the aviary from all floors of the house. So let's go in and meet the birds. All right, guys, so it's time to feed the birds breakfast. We prepare them a healthy morning chop of various vegetables, flowers, sprouts, like a bunch of healthy stuff in here. Feel free to come in. These birds eat twice a day. In the morning, it's a fresh chop. There, guys, go, eat. And then in the afternoon, it's a dry seed mix. Yes, here, guys. Such good food. Healthy. Eat, my dragons, eat. We offer several feeding stations so that the birds don't fight. Now here in the aviary, we have 6 birds in total, 2 species. One is the blue-naped parrot, which are the larger ones, like Gabriella up here. And then these ones, these 3 here, are crimson-bellied conures. And they're so cute. They're very funny. They love interacting with our guests. When we have friends and family over, they love coming in the aviary and feeding the birds. Now this 3-story aviary is smart, as mentioned. So it will rain in here. It's actually an open mesh top. So rain and elements and sunshine can come into the aviary. But if it rains too much, we can draw a retractable roof over the entire thing so it doesn't rain too much. But we rarely use that, only for typhoons really. But the rain is actually good for the feathers of the bird. It washes off their feather dust, which binds to germs. So it's the rain is healthy, and they love the rain. Also during the summer here in the Philippines, it rarely rains. So in order for it to rain and wet the birds and water our plants, we have an automatic irrigation system here in the aviary that will turn on if it gets too dry, and it'll create artificial rain. All right, guys, I'll be back. Enjoy your food. Now, the birds had to be glass trained. So before, there used to be swirls of like soap that I drew onto the glass. We put decal stickers on there so that the birds would learn not to fly into the glass. All the glass in the house is double paned, so sound is kept out because the birds can get noisy. All right, let's move to the dining room, guys. So this here is our dining room. It's my favorite place, one of my favorite places to hang out and have a formal meal with friends and family. This here is a 14-seater glass dining table. And what I love about it is the brown, like the bottom, the base is supposed to be like a banana leaf. And it's very Filipino flavors, like Filipino style. And I really, really love it. We saw the design, we had it custom made, and love having dinners here. I also love that the ends, the head of the table and the foot, feature 2 chairs. So it's usually my partner RJ and I who sit here, and like maybe parents sitting on the other side. And it's a great way to have a formal dinner. Now, one of the best parts of this dining area is this. Check this out. So this is a rotating wall panel. And the way it works is each panel rotates and we can change it depending on what feel and mood we want for tablescape. So my partner RJ loves tablescaping, and sometimes we'll have a Korean night or we'll have an Italian night, and we'll just adjust the panels according to what best matches the mood and the theme. See? Me, I prefer it on mirror because it like opens up the space. But yeah, it's a modular mural backdrop. Also really love the chandelier. They actually come in two pieces. It wasn't together. We bought these ginkgo leaf chandelier pieces separately, and then these golden balls we just paired with it, and we thought it looked really, really elegant and cool. All right, guys, welcome to our pantry. So this is where we keep a lot of our snacks, non-perishables, and a bunch of glasses and cookware, and well, I mean, just look around. It's a bunch of plates. RJ loves tablescaping. It became his pandemic hobby. So we collect like a bunch of, you know, little cute cups, like so. We've got an Hermes cup right here. And our favorite brand to use for cookware is Le Creuset. It's just very, in Filipino they call it matibay. It's like sturdy and hardy, and it's supposed to last for generations. So yeah, it's a bunch of random cookware, like wine decanter. And speaking of wine, here is our wine cooler. See? It keeps it at the perfect temperature. We love wine here. So we've got various wines, even ice wine from Canada. Yes. Oh, and lots of beer. We love our beer here too. See? Now, here's a random fact. Here in the Philippines, we have to ice our wine, even if it's like normal red or white wine, and we have to add ice to our beer because it's so hot, it would just taste gross. So we make sure everything is chilled. Here's another area for alcohol, which we still have to stock. We built this entire place to host, so having alcohol on hand really helps. So guys, yeah, this is our pantry. All right, guys, and this is our kitchen. I think we spend the most time here. I think the first thing that stands out in the kitchen is this really large U-shaped counter. Now this was my partner RJ's idea. And at first I was like, a U-shaped counter, are you sure? But now that it's here and that we've been using it, it's so good for just hanging out with friends, for meetings with our team. It features 8 areas to seat, a flat cooking area here. We've had celebrity chefs come in and prepare us meals here, and then it gets served to the various seats here. It's really, really a cool design. Another thing I wanted to show you about this U-shaped counter is we've installed outlets at the bottom. See? Charging ports for mobiles, laptops, in case you want to charge your gadgets while you're eating or we're having a meeting. And speaking of the outlets, all the outlets in the house are universal outlets because we often have guests from out of country. So they don't have to worry about what plug they use. They could just use that. Also guys, ladies and gentlemen, we've got little hooks here for your luxury bags. By the way guys, if you ever need to use the bathroom on the first floor, this shelf opens up to a secret bathroom. I'm sure I don't have to teach you how to use the toilet. RJ loves to cook and he's really the kitchen guy and food guy. I like to eat. So we have a full kitchen, everything is built in. Here's our microwave, this here's our oven. The cool thing about this oven, guys, is we just put the meat inside, we plug in what kind of meat it is, and it'll calculate how to cook it and how long to cook it. It's crazy. Technology nowadays is awesome. This here is a dish warmer. And then we have an oven down here for baking. We have gas range here as well. And exhaust. Here's our sink, nice and big and white. It has a nice view outside as well. Now here around the house, we have tarragon growing in pots. And yeah, it's basically for our guests to just pick and make tea if they want. One thing I have to show you is this. It's basically a water filter. And our water doesn't come from the city. It comes from a well underground. So we have really good filtration. Hot for making coffee in the morning, and fresh, cold water. This is our fridge, guys. It's hidden. See? Mostly healthy stuff. We like to eat very healthy here. And down here is the freezer. Yes. Like so. Here on the counter, we have a lot of fruit. We like to eat fruits here. So we always have some fresh mangoes. If you're ever in the Philippines, guys, you must try Philippine mangoes. They're the best in the world. Maybe I'm biased, but no, it's true. And my favorite, guys, have you ever had this? Mangosteen. It tastes like Jolly Rancher, but it's healthy. So good. As mentioned, the entire house is smart. And so it's all run through smart system. We have voice command. Curtains are programmed to open and close at a certain time, or through the touch of a pad like this. So if I touch this, if you look over to the curtain, I usually open the curtains like so and let the morning sun in. It's currently rainy season here in the Philippines, so it's kind of a mix of sunshine and clouds. That's okay. Plants need to drink, and we can have our morning coffee, and I usually head out into the yard, which you guys will see later. This here is my coffee bar. Love coffee, drink a lot of it. Keep all of our stuff down here. Fresh coffee beans from the Philippines, yes. All right, guys, check this out. So around the home, you'll find these things. They're called smart mirrors. So they come to us from LifeSmart PH, which is the company that smartified our entire home. And it can do a bunch of things. So it tells the time, the weather, etc. You could watch YouTube on it, see? But one of my favorite things to do with it is this. So there's this contraption. Our guests love to do this. So you can touch it to your face or your hand, and it can tell you how moist you are. And if you need to drink water, check this out. Okay, so I'm 34%. I'm just on the border of dry and normal. Okay, so maybe if I drink a little bit more water, that'll help. And it does a bunch of things. I'm still trying to learn how it works and all the various things you can do on the smart mirror. All right, guys, so this next room is called the entertainment room. It's where we entertain our guests, and they could just hang out and entertain themselves. So, of course, we have our television here with full sound system. So it's a really fun room. Most of our home are neutral colors, but here in the entertainment room, we wanted to have some fun and play with colors. So you got blues, you got yellows, you got reds, all Filipino colors. Now, here is where I do most of my video editing for YouTube. So in case you don't know, I'm a YouTuber. And so I video edit here. And this is my workstation. It's really great place to work. I can just sit down here. And also, if I'm tired of sitting, this work desk can rise. So it's good for the back. So I could also work standing up. If you look here, this here is some artwork by a Filipino artist named Norly Memban. And it's sustainable art made from upcycled materials, garbage, essentially. So it's really nice. It's Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, and Freddie Mercury. And we've done parody videos of those artists. So aside from being a YouTuber, I'm also a singer. And back in Canada in 2003, I tried out for the first season of Canadian Idol. And I ended up placing 8th on the show. That is me. And this here is our gold record. I hit gold, I believe, on the second day of release. And this is definitely one of my prized possessions. I take this gold record with me everywhere. And Canadian Idol really changed my life. So these here are our play buttons. So on YouTube, in case you're new, when you reach certain milestones for subscriber count, you get these things. So this here is the gold play button for my Ant channel, AntsCanada. More about the Ant channel later. You'll see the Ant room upstairs. You guys will be pretty mind blown by that space. And this was when we hit 100,000 subscribers. That's a silver play button for AntsCanada. This is the newer gold play button. It looks like this without glass. And this was for our comedy channel, MIKEYBUSTOSVIDEOS. This is for Mikey Bustos Vlogs, which is this channel when we hit 100,000 subscribers. Road to 1 million, let's hope so. And this here was when the comedy channel hit 100,000 subs. All right, guys, so if you see this cove here, we have 2 screens. We have a green screen in case we need to film YouTube videos with a green screen, or we also have a white screen, which is for watching movies. So if we want movie night, we just move the couches around, grab bean bags, have some popcorn, and watch a movie. All right, guys, now check out the recording booth. I've always dreamed of having a recording booth in the home, and this is it. So this is where I would record parodies or voiceovers for my Ant channel, anything that requires vocal recording. This is it. Now we can change the lighting depending on what mood I want. I usually record in the dark. But yeah, it's my recording space. Here's the microphone right here. I just slap these on and record. All right, guys, so one of our most successful viral videos throughout our entire YouTube career is called I Wear Speedos, which was a Despacito parody, and collectively it had over 200 million views. And it wasn't a sponsored video. However, Speedos head office in the UK sent us this. It's a custom hot pink Bustos Speedos. I don't want to wear it because it's good memories of, you know, that viral video before it was taken off YouTube, by the way. This here is just where we keep a lot of YouTube memorabilia and equipment. This here is a personalized YouTube director's chair. See, love it. And this is where we can get ready. We just sit here, and if ever we need to put makeup or prosthetics, this is where it would be done, in this area here. All right, guys, I want to show you this space. So this here is on the first floor, and it's the first of the bedrooms I'm going to show you. It's called the parents' room, and it's on the first floor so that our parents don't need to climb the stairs to get to their bedroom. So this here is the parents' room, and we built it for parents, seniors, or anyone who just wants to stay on the first floor. And it features a lot of furniture from Pinoy furniture designer Itokish. In fact, almost everything is Itokish here. And it's very Filipino style, you see. Love this chair here. Very Filipino design, made with natural materials. This coffee table is Itokish, and this bed here is also Itokish. Really love it. Got a lamp there, a birdhouse lamp. And what I love about this room too is that it's got sliding doors on both sides. So you could literally walk out into the yard from the bedroom and enjoy coffee. And my dad likes to listen to radio, so that's all here. Television, and also a closet here where they can our guests can put all their stuff. There's beddings in there currently. And here's their own personal bathroom. Nice kind of neutral and zen space for the parents. Also built in these bars for them to hang on to. Maybe one day when me and RJ are old, we'll be using this bedroom to hold on to go to the bathroom. Okay guys, so these are our stairs and they're smart. So when you step on them, they turn on. It's very helpful, especially when it's dark. You don't want to slip. Now guys, here's something I want to show you. So remember how I mentioned the duende at the beginning of this video? Well, duende for Filipinos and Latin people and Spanish people, I believe, mean gnomes or dwarves. And strangely, RJ and I believe in duende. And I just feel like they are forest spirits. And I've made a deal with the forest spirits here on the property that we wouldn't kill anything. So trees, animals, all of that. And these here are our lucky duende. See? All right, guys. Something I want to show you. Check this out. This here is the Limbo Chandelier by Kenneth Cobonpue. And really love it because I love the way it suggests movement, and it's just very dynamic and a beautiful chandelier, I find. Right, so this here is our art wall. We've become recent collectors of artwork. Really cute art. These two I bought for RJ's birthday. RJ saw this in a gallery once and he's like, that is me as a kid. He said the same body shape, and so I went to the gallery owner. I said, "Psst, can I buy this?" And we did. So I thought that was a really nice artwork piece. This here is also RJ painted, and I'll tell you about the Apple Drive project in a bit, but he is a big philanthropist and he has a charity called the Apple Drive Project. So he's really obsessed with apples. Now here is a cool spot to just hang out. This here is the Kenneth Cobonpue Bloom chair, and it's so comfortable. And it swings over like this, and we can interact with the birds. And it looks like the conures are up here already. Hi guys. Our guests love to come here, and the birds will follow wherever they see people. So, hi. These here are called Chiquita stools, also by Kenneth Cobonpue. And this one in particular is really cool. We use it as a guest book. So our guests come here, they get this marker, and they sign a peg. See, this one is from my high school friend, Byron Chai. Much love, bro. So it's really cool. We've had our Korean friends come here, see? It's a really neat way to have a guest book, and you can also sit on it and it feels so comfortable. Love these stools. Oh, and the designer, Kenneth Cobonpue, also signed it himself, see? So as we mentioned, we built this place to host. We love hosting friends and family here, and so we wanted to make the guest bedrooms interesting. And each of our guest bedrooms offers different energies, I guess. And so our guests can choose whatever energy and space they want. This here is what we call the Joseph room. So this here is the Joseph room, named after my brother Joseph, who happened to love anything like anime, Marvel, Star Wars, anything pop culture, games, gaming, all of that stuff. So that is what inspired this room. And as you can see, we have an Ant-Man mural up here. We try not to be biased. We have a little bit of Marvel, a little bit of DC. See, we got Batman pillow here, and a lot of toys. This is our toy collection of various kinds, see? Here are my favorite toys because they're all from the 90s. Come check this out. We've got Ghostbusters here. We've got Ninja Turtles here. We've got Gargoyles. We've got Thundercats. And you know, it just is very nostalgic. E.T. We have several board games and that kind of thing, puzzles. It's a really playful and interesting room. And for me, it reminds our guests who stay here to never lose touch of the child within. So the room comes with a television. All our guest rooms have their own television. And even a gaming chair from Secret Lab. Superman, see? Love this. Now, check out this. The Joseph bedroom has its own Japanese-inspired bathroom. Look. See? Nice masculine dark room. It comes with a bathtub. Sometimes I like to sneak in here and have a nice bath with salts and all of that. Check out this light here. It's kind of Star Wars-ish, right? It's like a lightsaber. That's why we chose it. Really cool. Now, all of our bathrooms have a smart mirror. Check out this mirror. It's really cool. It comes with backlighting. You can change the color. And it's anti-fog. So if you press this and you shower, this mirror will not fog. Really cool, right? Love this bathroom. All right, guys, this is also one of the coolest guest bedrooms that we have. We call this the green room. So the green room is obviously really green. It features this really nice green mural of plants. Our concept for the green room was something really earthy and obviously lots of plants. And the reason we called it the green room was because it's got this corner window, which is right up in the trees. So if you're a bird watcher, it's an awesome place for watching birds. And in fact, we have binoculars for watching the birds. Actually, I really love the view from this green room. See, you can see the yard and even open the window for some fresh air. Has a nice view of the pool and the back forest. And if you want to keep the bugs out, we got screen mesh here. Oh, and about this mesh, it's slash proof. So even if you take a knife to it, you can't open it. So one of the things I wanted to show you was this. Every guest room has their own suitcase stand. Because when we started hosting guests and friends and family, we found that they would just leave their suitcase on the floor and it would just be kind of messy. So we bought these stands and we've had to stain or paint some of them so that they could match the rest of the furniture. I really love this bed, guys. It's actually made of thick wood. I believe it's mango, not sure. But I love the look of it. And it's such a comfortable bed, and waking up here in the mornings, I'm sure is awesome. I haven't tried sleeping in this room like this yet, but very, very comfortable green room, lots of good oxygen. So this here is the guest bathroom on the second floor. Nice and spacious, and it's got a good energy as well. Really zen. We've got lots of plants, nice big shower. People could sit down while they shower, wash their feet. One thing I wanted to show you guys though, is that here at the Mabuhay Squad Farmhouse, we try to use eco-friendly products only because the water seeps down into our water table. And like I said before, our water comes from a well. So any chemicals we use in this house end up in the water system. And so we make sure to always use eco-friendly products. These we bought from Sonia's Garden here in Tagaytay for shampoos and conditioner. Even our floor cleaners, clothes for laundry, that's all eco-friendly products as well. All right, guys, so this is another one of our guest bedrooms. We call this the yellow room. So for obvious reasons, this here is the yellow room. It's a nice, bright and sunny room. While they were constructing this room, I saw that it receives a very beautiful late afternoon sunset light. So I envisioned this room to be really warm, sunny, uplifting, inspiring, and yellow. So it's a really zen type room. We have a Japanese style bed, kind of low to the ground, with a very simple design, nice and peaceful. People can come here and read, and really a cool sort of warm energy. I love this yellow room. Now, speaking of the various colors of our house, the paint for the entire house is courtesy of Nippon Paint here in the Philippines. They've got a broad array of awesome colors, very reliable paint brand that RJ and I really trust. So thank you so much, Nippon Paint, for providing the paint of our home. what I love the most about this room is it's really zen. Everything is earthy, really light, not too many dark colors. Here's a nice table people can work on, and I really love this. This is a golden globe. I get snow globe, golden snow globe. Really cute, right? All right, guys, and now to show you the master bedroom. So this here is the entrance to our master bedroom. If you look at the door, you'll see it's shaped like an egg design. So throughout the house, we have a lot of bird imagery, you might notice, because for RJ and I, birds are a good luck charm. So we've got an entry, opening the door. Up.
Hello, guys.
There's my my prince. Hey, be. Come in. This is our master bedroom. Our concept for the master bedroom was to essentially build kind of like a condo unit, because RJ and I love hanging out in the bedroom, and sometimes if we want to be antisocial, we just want to stay here, we just hang out in the bedroom. So in our bedroom, we had to make sure to build a little kitchenette. In case we, in the middle of the night want to have snacks, we just come here, and we've got our own little mini fridge. RJ likes to drink milk before going to bed. There's pineapple juice, even wine. See? Oh, and again, we keep it in the fridge because here in the Philippines, it's way too hot. I keep all my health products here, vitamins, all of that. Spray. Bango. Microwave. And again, another water filter so we can have fresh water. Comes with a sink and some dishes for us to use. All my supplements, see that? My health fitness supplements. Gotta be healthy, right? All right, guys, moving on to the master bathroom. Now check this out. Watch that toilet. As soon as you enter, it opens. This here is a Japanese toilet. And guys, if you've never used a Japanese toilet, it'll change your life. The seat is heated. And it makes such a difference. Here's our shower area. And if you look up to the top, you'll see that it features a very big shower head rain type. So when you're showering under here, it feels like you're bathing under a waterfall. It's so strong. And we've got our various products here. I really love this feature wall. It just reminds me of dragon scales. Any Dungeons and Dragons fans out there? So that's why we added this. Really, really nice. The tiles of this bathroom are also my favorite. Just the pairing of the different colors. See, this tile is different from this tile, which is different from that tile, which is different from that tile. And just pairing the tiles, which took a long time, by the way, to choose, was one of our favorite things for decorating the space. We have a him and him sink here. And yeah, it's one of my favorite bathrooms. Again, we have these special mirrors that are anti-fog and can light from the back, different colors. So RJ and I really wanted to invest in quality when choosing our fixtures. The fixtures we went with are Villeroy and Bock, which I believe is a German company. And yeah, we invested in good quality because, I mean, if you get a cheap brand, you end up having to replace it anyway, so you'll pay the same amount. And it's definitely worth investing in quality. So guys, this here is a swing chair that we absolutely needed in the bedroom. And it's a great place to relax. It's my favorite place to actually watch the rain. So all you rain lovers and lightning and all that, if you like that kind of stuff, hanging out here is really awesome. And you could just sit here, look outside, no matter what time of the day, really relaxing. And then moving on to here, for me and RJ's romantic time, we have a jacuzzi, and it has a really nice view of the sunset, which is that way. And it's definitely cool. And I love the path actually going from the bathroom to the jacuzzi, or jacuzzi to bathroom. It's got a pebble wash floor, and these tiles here were imported from India, and they actually have fossilized plant life in them. It's really, really neat. So this can get wet and it's all okay. Sorry guys, I am cleaning. I see a few fingerprints. I'm a clean freak. Anyways, this here is our display case wall. Now, originally, we were thinking of putting an animal in here, possibly a large snake or something. So it actually has the provisions to keep an animal in here. So it's got ventilation at the top, there are outlets at the top for heat lamps and all of that. But then I decided, no, let's just put some plants, fake plants, and just have it as a beautiful piece that separates the space of the bathroom and jacuzzi area from the actual bedroom without breaking the view, the eye line, right? So it's a really, really cool, kind of neat space to separate the different areas of the bedroom. This here is the living area of our bedroom. And what I love about it is this circular window. It's probably one of my favorite features of this bedroom. And what's cool is it's always changing. So depending on what time of the day you look at it, it's always changing. The light changes, the leaves, sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's rainy. It's kind of like an art piece in its own. And this entire area actually kind of reminds me of a cruise ship for some reason. Reminds me of like the Titanic or something. I really love these metallic sort of gold mirror additions to the wall. This here is a couch that we love to just hang out with our dogs. And the couches in our house have a special fabric that is stain-proof. So it's actually waterproof in case the dogs vomit or they pee or whatnot, although my dogs are house-trained. It's easy to clean. So we love that about these couches. Or if we're having wine and you spill wine, it's okay. You can clean it up. This here is our cartel lamp. It's one of my favorite designer lamps in the entire home. And it's imported from Italy and is shaped like a wine glass. This here is a really cool lounge chair that's shaped like a nest. Again, bird imagery. And our poodle loves to hang out here. It's by Luxe-designed Living here in the Philippines. This is where we spend a quarter of our lives, right guys? And in fact, some cool trivia, the most expensive thing in our entire bedroom is not the jacuzzi, not any of the furniture, it's the mattress. So we really invested in this mattress because they say you spend a quarter of your life in bed, might as well invest in a good bed if you can. So this is where we sleep. This marble here is called Patagonia marble. Comes to us from Eurasia, and I really love it because, you know, it's so interesting. It lights from the back, so these quartz areas kind of illuminate. And if you look carefully, it's got all of these really cool little specks of mica, feldspar. There's even little golden specks in there. It's never boring, and there's always something new to discover about this marble. So we really love looking at it. And in the night, when we have all the lights off, before going to bed, you know, we'll kind of wind down. We'll just have this on, and it makes for a really cool, moody lighting. All right, guys, this is a special room. Come check it out. So this here is our office and library. So if we need to do any simple work, like office work, emails and that kind of thing, it's in this room. We've got this piece of artwork here, and this happens to be a gift from RJ to me, and it is the configuration of the stars the moment we met. Here are my Canadian Idol box set like collection tapes. See, although I can't watch them because how do I watch these nowadays? Like VHS? Most of the books that I have read in the past are all motivational and inspirational books, TED Talks, you know, Millionaire Next Door, like things on managing money. One of my favorite books is this, Start With Why. Guys gotta read that. Law of Attraction books, all of that kind of stuff. And then random informational books like Backyard Homesteading before moving into this farmhouse, I wanted to study farming. So there's that. Now, if you look over here, we've got a collection of various awards that RJ and I have acquired over the years. We've got awards for our YouTube channels. But here, if you look here, these are RJ's awards. So, as I mentioned earlier, RJ is a big philanthropist. He has the biggest heart and is so generous. He's got a Bayaning Filipino award, which is a very prestigious award for humanitarianism, and also a big award from Western Union, who recognized RJ's Apple Drive. So what the Apple Drive is RJ and his team go out into the remote areas of the Philippines and even in Manila, and they go to schools and they promote healthy eating among kids. Because tendency is, here in the Philippines, it's often a lot cheaper to order unhealthy foods. And so what the Apple Drive project seeks to do is educate people on the importance of healthy eating and of hygiene. So they go out, we do big kind of shows, we invite celebrities, and it's a lot of fun. The kids remember to always eat healthy, and they also get a lot of care packages like slippers, soaps, brushes. Go check it out, theappledriveproject.com. And it actually started a movement around the world where they're doing it in different countries, Africa and other third world and developing countries. It's really, really inspiring. So in this house, RJ and I decided to have a lot of fun with the design and layout. There are a lot of secret passageways, trap doors, and all of that. Here's one of the secret doors. It leads here. Come in, come in. This here is our dressing room, where we get ready, fix our hair, put face products and all of that. See? We also keep all of our suitcases in this area here, our Rimowas, because RJ and I love to travel. Yeah, all of our products here. We got another mirror here, different lighting styles, see? And then if you go here, we have a little closet for our dogs. See? It's really cute. We've got tons of dog products and look at this little skirt. We love our dogs. They're like our children, guys. So here now is our closet room. So RJ and I have a lot of clothes. We're always getting clothes and giving away clothes. So it's important that we have a good place to store our clothes. And so far, we haven't run out of space. This here is our closet room. So we keep all our clothes in different compartments. It's lit from the inside. And RJ and I are generally the same size, so we often share clothes. It's really neat. Now this thing here is really cool. It's a dry cleaner machine. So you can put your clothes inside. It'll steam it for you, iron it, disinfect it, dehumidify. It does a bunch of things. I'm still trying to learn how to use it, but it's really cool. You just enter what you're putting in there and it'll clean it and like process it somehow. This here, this center island holds some of our jewelry. We're not really big on jewelry, like these earrings you see here. They are $2. We're kind of practical that way, but we do have some jewelry. We are big fans of Disney. See, for all of you Disney fans, we've got lots of Club 33. Love this jacket, YouTube jacket from YouTube. Get it? It doesn't say player, it says YouTuber. All right, guys, this here is our shoe cabinet. We've got various shoes. I used to collect Nikes, but I've kind of decreased my collection. RJ and I don't like to hold on to clothes for that long, so we'll get something and then we'll donate it after 6 months. So we don't really hold on to clothes for that long. But we have golden shoes. I wore this for the Streamy Awards in LA. See? Things like that. And I am a shoe guy, but I'm also not that much of a shoe guy. Like, we just, simple, very simple. But we do have the provision here. Now, one thing about the tiles I wanted to mention in this room is the tiles in this room and in some of the other areas of the house, they're anti-back. So they're imported from Italy, and they contain an ion that makes it hard for bacteria to proliferate. So they're antibacterial. And in this day and age of the pandemic just recently passing, we felt like it was something we should invest in. Parents' room, for example, antibacterials. This here is my favorite bathroom to use. So when I get ready here. It's our closet room bathroom, really masculine, really dark. And I prefer to shower in the evening with just that lighting. Feels sexy. So yeah, this is our other bathroom. It's good to have two bathrooms because RJ and I can get ready at the same time and we don't have to like wait. What I love about leaving in the mornings from the guest bedroom, the birds usually greet me. Hi guys. They fly up here, but currently they're more interested in you guys and the cameraman. Now when we have guests, we make sure their rooms are stocked with towels, blankets, pillows, and all of that. But if they need more, this here is our linen room where they can get all kinds of towels. See, we've got toothbrushes here, various soaps. Feel free to come in. See, anything they need, they can just get here. Liquid soap, if they need batteries, random supplies, like so. Oh, and of course, we Filipinos need Bics for everything. All right, guys, now behind these doors is probably one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. It's my man cave, and be prepared for a little bit of nerding out. This here is what we call the ant room. In the Philippines, the Tagalog word for ant is langgam. So this is our room for mga langgam. So my biggest channel on YouTube is called AntsCanada. I started it when I was living in Canada before migrating here to the Philippines in 2011. And we decided to build a room just for the ants and all my creepy crawlies. And so it contains all of my ant farms and ant setups. For example, this here is a volcano ant farm. And it features fire ants. Go check that video out on the AntsCanada channel. Essentially, the ants live inside this mountain, and the fire ants come pouring out, and they eat bugs and sweet stuff. Here, see? There's a little bit of humidifying smoke that comes out of the top. And it's an open setup. You might be wondering, okay, aren't they escaping? No, because see this white border here? That is a slippery barrier that you just paint on and the ants slip off. So it keeps them completely inside and the ants can't jump, so they stay here. It's really cool, guys. I could like go on and on about ants, but this is one of my favorite setups. And I just film here in the ant room, film all of my beautiful, beautiful ants. And in fact, I can see them forming a trail right now. And it's supposed to look like lava because the ants are red and they just come pouring out of the top. Really cool. The ant room comes complete with a fridge for keeping, well, there's currently nothing inside here, but we use this mostly for keeping animal products that need to be refrigerated. See? I've also got, yeah, nothing's in here currently. We have a dead bird that I found on the road. Put it in the freezer because I'll be feeding them to my ants one day. Now, the entire ant room is also smart. And it's climate controlled. So we make sure that the ant room stays at a nice toasty 30 to 35 degrees. And that's how the ants like it. Guys, check this out. So you know The Simpsons? Matt Groening is the creator of The Simpsons and one of my favorite guys on this entire planet. Turns out him and his son are fans of the AntsCanada channel. And they reached out to us and look at this. Matt Groening drew a picture of her with fire ants and personalized the artwork. It's currently our most expensive artwork, this right here, from Matt Groening. And cool fact, his actual handwriting is the font of the show. Really cool guy. We were able to hang out with him in LA. Thank you to the Groenings if you're watching. So this here is a cabinet of our products at AntsCanada.com. So I run the company AntsCanada.com. We create ant farms and ant keeping products for ant keepers throughout the world. And they basically go to our site and they can order ant farms of different types. So this is one kind of ant farm. This red film is to make the ants feel like they're in the dark, guys, because they can't really see red light. So if you fill this with some sand or some digging medium, the ants create tunnels and they feel like they're in the dark. But we humans can see them. And here's another ant farm called the Hybrid Nest. These Hybrid Nest series ant farms were inspired by the actual wild nests of the different genera of ants that I studied and created, what helped me design these ant nests. This is the carpenter ant nest, also known as campanares. I do feel like ant keeping is a great hobby because it inspires young people, because a lot of ant keepers are really young, either kids or teenagers. It inspires them to learn about ecology and the importance of all life forms, including ants in the ecosystem. So it's really great to see so many people into keeping ants. So this here is called the Leviathan tank. It was named by my subscribers, and basically it's a sea dragon, and the ants live in this side, like in this portion here. So if you open this up, you can see all the tunnels of the ants. They come out of the mouth, and I feed them on the body. So here's some little thing of food here. Here's some sweet jelly. And in the night, the ants come out and they form these long trails along the body. Super cool. This here is a gold play button for AntsCanada. Here's a story. So YouTube sent me 2 gold play buttons. I'm not sure why. I think maybe the people at YouTube figured I would turn one of them into an ant farm, which is what I did. So I turned this YouTube play button into an ant farm and moved a colony in, and then I moved them out so that I could frame it. So that's really cool. This here is my pet frog. His name is Jabba the Hutt, and he's green and fat in there. So this keypad here, also from LifeSmart PH, controls everything in the ant room. I can close the blinds of the entire ant room. So if you look over there, it'll close. So if ever I need to film and reduce reflections, I just close the blinds. It also keeps the ant room cool. So these 3 frames here hold our Streamy Award nominations. The Streamies are kind of like the Oscars, but for YouTube. RJ and I were nominated for the AntsCanada channel 3 times. And attending the event in LA was mind-blowing. I was so starstruck. So many YouTubers were there. But come to the 2nd floor of the ant room. And if you look at the wall, you'll see a trail of ants. These we recently bought in Hanoi, Vietnam. Saw it in the store and we're like, we're buying them. And it was created by a Vietnamese artist. And I really think it adds a cool touch to the ant room. All right, guys, so this 2nd floor of the ant room is kind of a place I like to de-stress, meditate. It's a really calm and wellness type space. So I've got yoga mats here for myself or guests to use if they want to do yoga. The morning sun comes in, so it's a really nice and peaceful space. This here is one of my favorite things also of this ant room. It's a steam room and sauna. So this is the wet sauna. Nice steam, good for your skin, good for your voice. And then in here is the dry sauna, if you just want to do infrared sauna. And it also comes with a shower, so I shower here. Now, if you look at the floor, we installed glass floors, you see? I'm still nervous to stand on them, but apparently they can take a lot of weight. But it's just a cool way to kind of, see downstairs. And if you're downstairs, you could look upstairs. It allows for better distribution of light in the space, so really, really neat. All right, guys, so here is a special someone. His name is Valentino, and he is our snake. He's almost, I believe, 8 years old now, so he's an old guy, but he's such a beautiful snake. He's a green tree python, gorgeous emerald green color with blue on the spine. I don't touch him because he bites, but we have an understanding. I can clean the cage, I can feed him, as long as I don't pick him up to carry him, which is okay. I'm okay with just having him as a display snake. All right, guys, one of the coolest things about this room is the net floor. So we built this as a place to kind of just chill. Our guests love hanging out here. Kids love this. You can take a nap, you can hang out, sit in the sun. And what I like to do is I like to look out at the view of the forest at the back. It's a really cool spot and a great way, again, to de-stress. I love the view from this area here. All right, guys, let's check out the roof deck. This is an interesting space too. All right, guys, this here is our roof deck. And as you can see, Cypher is over here, our eldest dog, running around. This here is the roof deck, and there's a lot of space out here. We hope to one day have parties up here. It's really fresh, very breezy. And as you can see, the aviary extends all the way here, and our birds are up there saying hi. Hi, guys. Yeah, there's quite a lot of space. We have potted plants up here. Nothing much up here really, currently. But we hope to have outdoor furniture set up. And also solar panels. We are going to have solar panels so that we can eventually reduce our electric bill to 0. Hi, guys. Oh, how are you doing? You like it up here? The birds love to watch the sunset, and right now the sun is heading down. And what? You guys watching the sun? If you look up here, this here is the retractable roof. When it's not in use, it's just used as a shade. So we can lay out tables here, we can be under the shade. But when we do want to retract the roof, in case it rains too much in the aviary, we could just press a button and it will slide over the entire aviary. Really, really cool. So what I love about the roof deck is it's right up in the trees. Like literally this is the top of the tree. And a lot of cool birds come up here as well. Love hanging out here actually. And in the night you can look up at the stars. It's really beautiful. All right, guys, so now I'll take you to the yard, but I have something to share with you first. All right, guys. So this here is the outside, our yard. I like to spend a lot of time outdoors, especially in the mornings. And it's out here where I kind of have a lot of peace and quiet. I do a lot of my positive affirmations and my messages of gratitude to God, to life and the universe. Because if you're new to the channel, right, and if this is your first time watching these videos, I can see how it's easy to feel like, oh, these are just a bunch of rich kids sporting their wealth and boasting about all the cool stuff they've had. But for those of you who have followed this channel for a while, you guys know that it wasn't always like this for RJ and I. Just a little background on both RJ and I, we did not come from wealth at all. So everything you see in this video, we had to work really, really hard for. A little bit about my story. I was born and raised in Toronto, Canada. And for most of my life, I lived poor, like zero money. In fact, I was in a lot of debt. Even up to my late 20s, I was just kind of floating with life from job to job. Some jobs I've done in the past were like cargador, they call it here in the Philippines, where I would transport food in the trucking business to the back of restaurants at 5 a.m. in the morning. You know, renovations, just from job to job. I've worked in retail, call centers and stuff. It was really hard for me because I ended up quitting school in Canada because, well, my parents wanted me to be a veterinarian, and I just felt like it was my life path to be an entertainer. So for the longest time, guys, I was black sheeped. And yeah, just, you know, in my late 20s, not married, no money, for an Asian family. All you Asians out there know the expectations on us are real. So it was really hard to kind of find my way, but it was awesome when a thing called YouTube was invented, because it was there where I really kind of flourished. All my skills could be utilized, and that's when everything changed. And that was only just as little as 14 years ago when I started YouTube. So it's been a crazy, crazy journey, guys. Like total 360. So I just don't want any of you guys watching this thinking that this was easy or that, you know, we didn't have to work for this. We absolutely had to work for every single thing you see in this video. And I hope that it inspires all of you dreamers out there to follow your dreams and never give up hope no matter what, because you just never know what can happen. For me and RJ, this is more of a celebratory video because it's been such a long road to get here. We've worked our butts off for years, Monday to Monday, morning to night. We've bled for this place, and we finally reached the end now. So we wanted to capture the end of this journey of building our dream home, you know, in this video. And it's our honor to take you guys around to celebrate this journey with us. All right, guys, I'll take you around the yard before I start crying. All right, guys, this is one of my favorite places in the entire property. This here is our pool. I am in here every single day. Can be morning, could be night, rain or shine. I'm in the water. It is so peaceful here. I love to meditate here, swim, all of that, listen to music. Now, our pool was constructed by JMC Landscaping and Pool Services. Really, really great company, and we're very happy with their work. The tiles you see at the bottom here were imported from Italy, and we bought them from a company called Dexterton. Awesome tiling. Now, it's an infinity pool, so the infinity line goes that way, and it has a great view of the forest at the back. All right, guys, so want to show you something really cool about our pool. So the water of this pool is a fresh water system. That's right, so no chlorine, not even salt. It's just completely fresh water. Animals can drink this. It's better for your health, better for the environment. And the way it works is, it's a technology from Australia, and it's got several steps of filtration. We're definitely going to do a vlog on this in the future because it's really, really cool. The company we went with is called EnviroSwim pH. One of the steps of filtration is it pumps copper ions into the water, which makes it hard for bacteria to proliferate. So I can swim for hours here and our eyes don't get bloodshot. It doesn't smell like chlorine, and it's just better for the environment. It makes the swimming experience a lot better and safer for us and our guests. Now, guys, want to show you the best part of this pool. All right, guys, welcome to our swim up bar. It's an awesome place. I love to serve drinks and be the bartender at parties, and this place fulfills my bartending fantasies. So we have a cold chiller fridge here. Any drinks, see, we've got Gatorade, kombucha, and we usually put beer and all of that here. We've got a sink. All of our glasses are plastic, so the rule is we don't have glass around the pool. And it's really cool. We've got a quartz counter here, and our guests can actually sit on any of the 7 seats inside the water and drink their drinks, whether they be alcoholic or not. They could just sit here. We'll bring food out here and serve our guests so they can just enjoy pool time and eating and drinking without having to leave the pool. We also have a full sound system, see here, which connects to our smart system, which connects to our Spotify and Amazon Music, and we can play any playlist we want while enjoying the pool time. I love listening to 90s R&B and classical music while I'm swimming. It's really cool. And the sound system actually broadcasts in several places around the yard. We have hidden speakers. This here is a Bose outdoor speaker. So rain or shine, it can stay here and it plays music. We have several of these speakers hidden around the yard and in the garden, hidden among plants and stuff. So when we play music, it plays it throughout the entire property. It's really, really cool. Now this here is what we call Ligaya's Path. Ligaya is our late African gray parrot, whom was really special to RJ and I. We raised this parrot from just a little chick, and we actually bought this place for her to live with us. But sadly, during the pandemic, she passed away, and we buried her here so that, her spirit could just live on the farm with us. You'll notice there's a lot of gray, black, white, and red throughout the entire house, and that's our tribute to Ligaya, the parrot. Now, all these plants that you see here and throughout the entire property were provided by our Ate June, who is from our landscaping company. It's JMB Landscaping and Gardening Services. We have over 50 species of flowering plants and different trees that have been planted throughout the entire area. Our goal was to create a lot of beautiful but also functional space for wildlife to have habitat. All right, I want to show you the back. So we asked our guests to please don't pee in the pool, to use this bathroom. This is the pool bathroom. See? Nicely decorated. And the cool thing is, when you close this door, there are some wings here so that you can take a selfie in the mirror. A mirror selfie with wings at the back. Kind of neat, right? This here is our outdoor shower area where we can shower before and after entering the pool. All right, guys, so to my right, you'll see here our bougainvillea wall. And it's basically just a retaining wall that we decided to beautify with bougainvillea flowers, and several flowers actually. And it's really, really pretty. It's bloomed with lots of foliage and flowers and colors. Underneath here, you'll see our iguanas, Adam and Eve. This is the iguana pen. They get a lot of morning sun, but in the afternoons like now, they get some nice shade. Here in the Philippines, keeping reptiles is really easy. They just need morning sun, and then through the rest of the day, they're okay retreating in the shade because it's so hot. This lower area here is great for entertaining guests, just a nice open space, also for our dogs. Now, here's something cool I want to show you. This here originally was supposed to be a bahay kubo, which in Filipino means traditional Filipino house made of bamboo. But it's evolved over time, and now it's more like a post-colonial, traditional Filipino house. So we call it the Pinoy Chalet. Come inside. So this is the Pinoy Chalet. Currently, it's a space right now for getting massages. We have massage beds here for our guests. It also has complete with air conditioning, so this can actually be a bedroom as well. And of course, it's completely smart. So no buttons, just like the rest of the home. It's all controlled digitally. Now, one of the coolest parts about this Pinoy chalet is this. Check this out. The back opens up to a beautiful observatory of the forest. So we could hang out here, have beers, and watch the wildlife. A lot of birds come here. There's a little creek at the bottom. If you're an insect nerd like me, lots of bugs. But yes, it's a nice place to just be around nature. And for our guests who want a very Filipino experience, we suggest they stay here. It's kind of like glamping, sorta. Now the Pinoy Chalet sits over a sunken garden and a pond. See? You can actually see the waterfall right now. Very relaxing. Lots of beautiful plants. And we're just cycling the pond right now. And soon we'll be adding fish and maybe turtles and maybe a bunch of other stuff. So stay tuned for a future vlog as we stock this pond with life. Oh my gosh, look at all those birds. Do you see them? Blue, yellow, blue. Oh, did you guys see that? Sorry, I just nerded out. Were you able to catch that on camera? The brightest blue and yellow birds. The blue ones were a type of kingfisher, and the yellow ones, black-naped oriole. Wow! You see? I love this area. This here is our staff house. We have 7 or 8 staff members on the property every day, and this is where they hang out, where they live, where they can have private time, etc. And yeah, it's got a nice view of the home, this pathway here. Come here. I wanted to show you guys this. This here is our bunch of banana trees. And there are some bananas growing right now. It's called saba here in the Philippines. In English, it's sweet plantain. So it's different from the Cavendish bananas that most people know of. It's a native Philippine cultivar of the Cavendish bananas. And if you look up there, we have some saba growing now. So almost everything we eat here at the Mabuhay Squad Farmhouse is organic. We order from directly from farmers through the palenque or the market just down the street. And we grow our food as well. So here is our herb garden. We have several herbs here. We have basil, we have lavender, we got a bunch of thyme, all of this. And I recently planted some really hot peppers. It's a hybrid of our local chili pepper and Carolina Reaper. And it's growing. See it? I've been watching it grow as well. What's interesting is we harvest from our herb garden every single day, fresh herbs, and it never runs out. It's really fantastic. So this side lot that we acquired a few years back will be for our farming activities. So growing of crops, plants, fruit-bearing trees. We'll keep our chickens here on this side, possibly a cow, who knows? We might build another aviary. This open space will be our next project, guys. So there's nothing here currently, but it's a wide open space which extends way down into the forest as well. So I can't wait to get started on growing our own food. This is Billy. He is our goat, Billy. And he's about, I believe, 5 or 6 years old now. He is a beautiful, he's gonna play now. He has no horns, but he's very, very friendly. He's a cashmere goat, so they usually make cashmere wool using his fur. He was actually used in one of our parodies. We bought him just kind of for our Caldereta parody. And he was so tame that we just decided to keep him. And so he's been with us, and he's already fathered 2 sets of kids. And he's been so patient. We're gonna get him a female very, very soon. He lives on our farming lot. All right, guys, and that concludes our full house tour of the Mabuhay Squad Farmhouse. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and Be, we did it.
I know.
I can't believe it. Guys, thank you so much for the support. And I would really like to thank MJ Films for helping us film this entire house tour, which we've waited so long to film. And of course, thank you guys, those who've been supporting RJ and I over the years through all our channels. We couldn't have done this without your help. So thank you so much for making our dreams come true. And please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and join us on this journey, living here at the Mabuhay Squad Farmhouse. We love you. Bye. Bye.